Hi everyone, welcome back to TimeCoins, the channel where every coin tells a story and every design hides a secret from history. Today, we're taking a journey to one of Europe's oldest nations, a country of explorers, sailors, and kings, Portugal. In my hand, I'm holding a coin that might look simple, but it carries over 8 centuries of legacy. This is the 1970 Portuguese 50 centavos coin, a bronze piece that connects the modern world with the rich medieval past of Portugal. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to look at it closely. That warm brown color, the old bronze shine, the tiny details carved with perfection. Every curve and letter tells us something about the nation that created it. Back in the 20th century, before the euro came into existence, Portugal's official currency was the escudo. One escudo was divided into 100 centavos, and this coin, worth 50 centavos, represented half an escudo. It may not have been a high-value coin, but it was a coin of the people used in daily life by millions of Portuguese citizens. From buying bread and newspapers to paying for tram rides, this coin silently passed through countless hands, witnessing everyday Portuguese life. The 50 centavos of 1970 belongs to the era when Portugal was still under the rule of Antonio de Oliveira, Salazar's regime, a dictatorship known as the Estado Novo. By that time, Salazar himself had left power, but his political system was still in control. The country was balancing between old traditions and the winds of change that were about to sweep through Europe. And just 4 years after this coin was minted, Portugal would face one of the most peaceful revolutions in history. The Carnation Revolution of 1974, a movement that replaced dictatorship with democracy without a single bullet being fired. So, when you hold this coin, remember, it comes from a time right before freedom, a coin that ordinary people carried in their pockets during one of Portugal's most important turning points. Now let's admire its beautiful design. On the front side, you can read the words, República Portuguesa, meaning the Portuguese Republic. In the center, you see 5 shields arranged in the shape of a cross, each containing 5 tiny dots known as bezants. This symbol isn't just decoration, it's the heart of Portugal's national identity. According to legend, when the first king of Portugal, Afonso I, fought against the Moors in the 12th century, he defeated 5 Moorish kings. The 5 shields on the coin represent those victories, and the tiny dots inside each shield symbolize the divine guidance that helped Portugal rise as a Christian nation. It's one of the oldest symbols in Europe, carried from the medieval era all the way to modern Portugal. Now flip the coin over, and you'll find the denomination, 50 centavos, surrounded by 2 graceful wheat ears. These wheat ears represent agriculture, the main source of livelihood for Portuguese people in those times. They symbolize fertility, prosperity, and the value of hard work. Through this simple artwork, the designers paid tribute to the farmers, the backbone of the country, who fed the nation with their sweat and effort. This combination of shields and wheat shows how Portugal's pride was built on both courage and labor, faith and field. From a technical point of view, this coin was struck in bronze, a metal that gives it a beautiful reddish-brown tone. It weighs around 4.5 grams and measures 22.5 millimeters in diameter. The edge of the coin is plain, but its design is deeply detailed and carefully balanced. In the year 1970, more than 17 million coins of this kind were minted, so it was very common in daily transactions. However, with the passage of time and the arrival of the euro in 2002, these centavos disappeared from circulation. Today, they live only in collectors' albums, antique markets, and the hands of people who love history. Many collectors today are fascinated by this coin not because of its rarity, but because of its story. It represents the last decades of the Portuguese escudo, a currency that served the nation for more than a century before the euro took over. The 50 centavos of 1970 is a reminder of a Portugal that was simpler, quieter, and deeply traditional before modernization transformed everything. If you happen to find this coin in good condition, shiny, uncirculated, with all its letters clear, its value can go up to a few dollars, depending on the collector's demand. But remember, the real value of this coin isn't in its price. It's in the story it carries. Every coin like this is a tiny time machine. It connects us to the lives of people who once used it: a shopkeeper, a farmer, a child buying sweets, or a sailor on the Lisbon docks. It reminds us that money isn't just about trade. It's about history, memory, and human experience. So next time you find an old coin, hold it for a moment. Look at its scratches, its faded shine, its edges. Each mark tells you something about where it's been, who held it, and what it's seen. Coins like this are silent witnesses. They don't speak, but they remember everything. Thank you for watching TimeCoins. If you enjoyed this journey through time with the 1970 Portuguese 50 centavos, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss a story from the world of coins. Tell me in the comments, do you own any coins from Portugal? Or maybe from the 1970s era? I'd love to hear about your collection. Until next time, keep exploring, keep collecting, and keep traveling through time, only on TimeCoins.